Hey, what is up, people? Welcome back. Another episode of Jesus Taco, where we just get into some different hype gear and I share some love, some acceptance for all people with everybody out there in the world that ends up clicking on this video. Maybe you clicked on it because you wanted to check out this weird channel, or maybe you clicked on it because you wanted to see this Kanye shirt that I was really excited finally came in. I knew when I purchased it, it was gonna just take forever, and that's really the thing that was keeping people from buying, is that 6 to 8 week wait, which it did take more than that. I should probably get you guys the date so, you know, it can be a more informative video. It was actually on November 7th that I ordered this, so it hasn't actually been that crazy long. It feels like it. It's been a little over 2 months. It is a long time, but cool deal. Glad I was able to actually get this shipped. Some of my Supreme stuff, you know, it didn't ship, but hey, I do have another video coming up. I'm thinking I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth with the Supreme box logo crew neck that I have here from 2015. I have another one on the way from 2015, another used one, because, you know, some of that old Supreme gear, you just gotta buy used because the new stuff is just crazy expensive. I'm getting stuff used from Supreme if it's older and whatnot, and, you know, you wash it and it's clean, doesn't have a smell, you're good to go, right? My previous video that I just published last week, I was so excited to show you guys this box logo, and then I gave you guys some wrong information, and so a bunch of people were thinking it was fake. It's really cool for all you people who looked in the description, saw that it was from 2015 when I said it was 2018, but anyways, the 2015 box logo crew neck has really not gotten a whole bunch of love recently, and definitely not a really great legit checking video. So anyways, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Click that subscribe button, hit the like button. Thank you guys. Show me that you're cool with me and my lifestyle. I'm a mailman, for people who don't know. I guess it's not that obvious. My face is really red right now. My hands are really red because it is negative 24 degrees outside. It's the middle of winter. For people who aren't watching this right after it releases, it is freezing, middle of January, and I am outside for 90% of my day, which today was about 11 hours. I'm glad to be home, and me and my wife are also foster parents, so we help children who, you know, their parents aren't around to help them, and so we house them. That's something we're doing in our community to, you know, be a part, just do something that makes a difference. So sorry for making you guys wait so long with all of my talking. I know I hate it when people do that, but it's my life, it's my channel. Maybe some of you guys are interested. Let's go ahead and open it up. There it is. Oh man, this orange is way better than I thought. It's not a crazy, super loud, obnoxious orange, which I was thinking it was gonna be. It's more of a, I don't want to say inmate orange, but anyways, you can talk to me about that if you want. Nothing inside the box, all just empty. You do have this tag on the plastic. And then there's all this warning information in a bunch of different languages. It is sealed, so you do have to break open the plastic to actually wear it, which I'm going to do. I really like to wear my Kanye pieces because they just, the designs are always really nice. I like out there pieces. They aren't just the normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill sort of thing. And yeah, this is definitely not your run-of-the-mill, everyday sort of thing on this one for sure. I don't know about his other ones. This, I think, yeah, this is the front. There's the front with all that puff ink. Super wide. It's just, if you're looking for a size large, this is not a size large like regular. This is, I mean, it says large. It says large and trust God on the back of the neck here. Oh, you guys can see that a little closer. But yeah, this is definitely a 3X or something like that. If you wanted to do proper sizing, maybe the sleeves, they're a size large, but how wide this body section is, that's a 3X for sure, which I'm totally cool with. I'm sure it's gonna look great. I just don't like shirts that are too crazy long once you start getting into the bigger sizes. And then this puff print, they did a fairly good job, but you can see on this D right here for dad, you see it's already starting to come a little bit undone, somewhat. Not terrible, but yeah, that piece, yeah, you just had a piece fall off there. So yeah, it's good quality. You definitely put a little bit of quality into this puff ink, but it's such a large area to try to print on that you're gonna have little mistakes here and there. It's just not possible to make every single one of these pieces 100% perfect. So yeah, there we go. And then the back of it, you've got your giant cassette tape, which I was really excited for, but you can't really tell tell that it's cassette tape, at least when you're close to it. Maybe you guys can see it and you guys totally catch cassette tape when you look at this, but up close, I mean, these two colors are about the same, so they sort of just blend in together, the dark gray and then the navy blue. I'm just gonna show you guys a close up. Look at this Kanye, there's like blue on this A, so I'm thinking maybe they're supposed to be white there, or maybe not. Maybe that's just how they were trying to do it, but there's the Kanye West. And then this puff ink, you can see it's got a lot of lift to it. Anybody wanted to legit check, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of fakes of these. But yeah, that Jesus is King. Barely read it. The stuff on the side, what does that even say? I don't know. Stuff on the other side, I mean, somebody try and tell me what that says. One other thing is you've got sort of a turtleneck collar going on here where it's longer than normal. Your normal collar would be, it's got a lot of extra fabric there. And then there is no wash tag or anything on this, no care instructions. I would say be very careful washing this with this puff ink. You never want that to fall off even more than it already has. There is a little bit of string from the stitching where they ended the stitch at the very bottom. It's just kind of hanging there. That's, I guess, all right, not a big deal, but overall, a good piece. They made a lot of these, you can tell, because the quality just looks like they made a ton, because it wasn't 100% there, not a bunch of attention to detail. Just this area up here with the puff ink looks like is the only area that maybe didn't get heated to the right temperature or something, so it was a little bit defective. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on, and you guys tell me what your thoughts are. And here it is. Yeah, it is really, really wide. It's not as crazy wide as I was expecting, maybe because the puff ink is sort of scrunching it a little bit. There's the back with that giant cassette tape. I was hoping that cassette tape might have been on the front. I thought that might be cool to be on the front, but it's all right. I'll deal with it on the back. And I just got all of this text on the front. Anybody wants to read it, they're just gonna be reading lyrics to Kanye's most popular song right now. And yeah, this puff ink definitely scrunches because it's making this sleeve all scrunched where it says, "Ye said." It's like scrunching, like, yeah, it's pretty silly, but it's all right. Maybe with wear, it'll unscrunch, but I guess they stretched out the fabric before they applied the ink, and then they let the fabric go, and boing, it's all scrunched up because of the way that the ink goes. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's not really staying, you can't really read it on your sleeve, but I guess that's just what you have to deal with this piece because it is fairly thin fabric. It's not a super thick shirt like a lot of Kanye's other pieces, like this Trust God shirt with the puff ink. It's a lot thicker material, so I think that's why the lettering doesn't really mess with it quite as much though. On the back, I did notice a little bit of scrunching with the letters, but it might just be overall with the design, how these are all in a line, so they kind of work together to give you that effect. So anyways, whatever. I still dig it. I think it's cool. You guys tell me your thoughts. I really like the back of this one probably the most. It was my favorite out of all the pieces that he dropped out of the Sunday Service collection. I was really excited when I saw this one. I thought it was pretty cool, so it was the only one I snagged. Cool for anybody who got whatever pieces they wanted. I'm sure everybody was able to get the piece they wanted as long as they ordered within the time frame. But yeah, so I am gonna spit some positivity at you guys from the YouVersion Bible app on my phone. Romans chapter 11 verse 32 says, God has placed all people into the prison of their own disobedience so that he could be merciful to all people. Man, so God is saying we have the full spectrum of emotion. We have the full capability to do whatever we want with our lives. We have free will, I guess you would call it. I mean, people argue about free will, what it really means. I would totally debate with somebody about that for a few hours, I'm sure, because my brain can just think about it and just goes in a million different directions. But anyway, so we pretty much all have free will to do anything we want. So we can do all these things that make us happy, and a lot of times that's what people will go and do. They want to make themselves content. They want to make themselves be in a place of calm, of peace, of tranquility, serenity, whatever it is, whatever word you want to use. But a lot of times those things that we think are going to bring us happiness are actually hurting other people around us, and so therefore it comes around normally and it ends up hurting us as well. Some people get on a roll where they just are in a hateful mood. They're just trying to bring people down around them to let people know that they're frustrated or that they're mad. And I do this myself as well. Sometimes at work, when I'm having a bad day, I don't want the people around me to be having a good day. So if they're having a good day, I'm gonna do everything I can to make their day not as good. I mean, I'll try to avoid that, but if someone tries to communicate with me during those times where I'm just in a bad mood, then I'm gonna probably try and get them in a bad mood if that's where the conversation goes. And I'm trying to work on myself and be better about that. But yeah, so our disobedience can basically put us into bondage. It can put us in prison. It can lock us down so that we're in a bad mindset where we're just kind of upset with life, or we're just offended in general about the way that things are. And that is bondage. Jesus came, God came to show us a way of love, to show us a way of accepting other people. Whatever you believe about Jesus and him coming down to this earth, you believe it happened or it didn't happen, if you believe there's an all spiritual being or you don't, if you believe there's a Mother Earth, whatever, we just need to get to a place where we're not weighing ourselves down with all this stress and anxiety because of a lot of the actions and choices that we make. And so what I'm trying to do with following the way of Jesus is follow the way of caring about other people more than I care about myself. That's the main thing I follow. But when it comes to all these rules, regulations, and trying to like shackle you because of following Jesus, now you're getting into bondage again. In this verse, God is trying to tell us that he doesn't want us in bondage, that disobedience is bondage. And so if your religion stops you from doing those things you want to pursue in life, things that are not hurtful for other people, things that help you, help the people around you, make you more creative, whatever it is, don't put yourself into bondage, man. It's not fun. It's not good. Jesus came to set us free, so I'm living a free life, and I love y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off now. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll have a Supreme backpack from the 2019 fall-winter season. I have that on the way, and then the other box logo is coming. I got one online from the 2015 drop for crew neck. I said that kind of weird. Oh well. Anyways, peace out.